What's up, everybody? This is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer, and we're back in another Run8 video here. I did promise I was going to go ahead and change the music, and I forgot to do that. Oh well. Anyway, so let's see. I got Discord turned on. We got a crew in Discord. Where are we? Well, here we are back in the Met again, but I'm on a different server. So I do have a private Southwest server. That's pretty much, I just use that as a test bed. But today I'm on Southwest Rail Simulations server. This is obviously the Southern California, well, I call it Southwest now because it goes all the way out from Arizona all the way up into the Central Valley of California. So it's not the SoCal server anymore. It is a Southwest server. Southwest Rail Simulations, their server has been around, from what I understand, since 2017, maybe a little bit longer. And if you guys have ever watched Sean Murrell's videos, it's a server that he was a part of before. I guess he kind of stopped doing Run8. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so we're in their server. We're playing today. They need help. So I decided to partner with them. So any of hey Mike, what's up? How you doing? So any of the stuff that I'm going to be doing on the Southwest maps, I'm going to be doing on this server here. I won't be doing it from my own private server anymore. And we're going to have a multiplayer session as well today. Currently, we've got, last count I had, like 6 people. Or not me, I shouldn't say that. There's 6 of us hanging out in the general chat channel on the Southwest Rail Simulations Discord channel. So anyway, I think 7 because K Mike just messaged me a little bit ago and said that he was on his way home, and as soon as he gets home, he's going to go ahead and jump in. So I did have a poll going up in the chat. I took down my Pittsburgh server because just nobody was on it. That included me and my yard masters. We were, especially with the AGS out. I do have an AGS server, and of course I've got my Mohawk and Selkirk server. That was the original one. And what else we got? Missing one in there somewhere. Anyway, boy, I just drew a blank of my own servers. But anyway, so the poll is, should I bring Pittsburgh back or should I start a Southeast server? And it looks like right now we got 1 vote in for Southeast. So, but you can go ahead and answer that. I do like Southeast. The only thing is it's CSX. And I know with the Mohawk and Selkirk, the operations guide that I found. Oh, NorCal. Thank you, Mike. God, how can I forget NorCal? I don't know. You know what? Only 1 coffee into the day. That's it. I'm just, I've had my first coffee. I'm working on my second, staring at this locomotive right here. So, what's up, Crimson Dump? Man, you know, I was just talking about you. Derek, you gotta come play, man. We're here on the Southwest server. If you go, and we're gonna get into some details. I'm not gonna show their book, but the Southwest Rail Simulations, they actually use Google Sheets to manage. They don't, and it's causing me to think that maybe I might need to do something else, and that'll probably be my next poll as well too. That, you know, should I do the job orders in Discord like I have been doing, or should I go to Google Sheets? And honestly, thinking about like the Southwest or the Southeast, which those maps are so big, that Google Sheets might be a more compact, easier way to do it. So I'm experimenting with that on my AGS server, still building the sheets. It will go live over there. But Derek, come play. I hadn't seen you in a while, so hopefully you can come play. Join us. So how do we get here? All right, first step is you can go to my Discord channel, and if you have access to the TLF Mosel, it's on there. The information's there in that Discord channel. Down at the very bottom, there is a link. You'll see the category Private Southwest Server. I'll change the name of that category. But Southwest Rail Simulations, if you go into there is a link to their forums. You need to go to their forums, register on their forums. Their admins are on right now. They will get you signed in if you've never been there before, and then you'll see the information not only for their server, but the link also to their Google Sheets document. And then also message me in Discord, um, and or message me in Discord. That'd probably be the best way. I'll keep an eye on it. That hey, I need access to their Discord, Southwest Rail Simulations. That's where we're hanging out today. Is in their Discord. I can get you an invite, and we'll get you in there. Come in and come play. But we're definitely wanting more people on this server here. Sorry, coffee took priority. What can I say? But no, it's all good. So I'm looking at list of names here. I just got to give a shout out. We have a new member, Pasta Man. I'm giving a shout out to that guy because he absolutely brought it back to me what it was like to be brand new in Run8 and the wow factor that I had when I first started playing Run8. I did not have a group of people to help me with Run8 at all. I had to learn everything on my own. He had the benefit of me and my yard masters and the people that actually play on my servers. We were definitely helping this guy out. But the grin factor was huge. I'm listening to him. Everything was, oh wow, really? You can do this? You can do that? And he's a neighbor as well too. Not a direct neighbor to me, but he lives here in Cali. I know what he put out there that he was trying to get a job with Amtrak, and he's going to be on the Capitol Corridor working that one, that's a train service that I know very well. So I had a little bit of connection there. So anyway, just go through and you can message. Like I said, I'll keep an eye. You can message me in YouTube chat as well too. Oh, you've been busy, man. You know what? You're never too busy for Run8. I'm just saying. Priorities. No. If you've been busy, that's good. So busy's good. Busy's always good. So anyway. Let's see, what else did I do? Helped a buddy of mine, and this is gonna be my lead-in to the Met. What I'm gonna be doing today. But I helped a buddy of mine who actually works for the Met. I've mentioned him before on my streams, and I did a little Q&A with him as how the Met actually operates, and that's why we're looking at this locomotive right here, which is the Met 0101, and that's the one he works on. And what I just some Q&A with him was that he actually had to go through BNSF, get some training from BNSF, because the Met 0101 actually has track rights between the Empire Yard and Riverbank Yard. And if you're doing the depot configs, that's okay, but they have it a bit wrong based on how the Met operates today. So there's an 0101, an 0102, and 0103, and pretty much all those power sets, they run from the Empire Yard or the UP Yard, dragging cars to wherever they need to go. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just they go in, oh, these cars need to be worked. I'm going to grab these cars and I'm going to drag them and take them and drop them off at whatever industry they need to drop them off, and then they go back and get more. What's up, Albino Tailgater, otherwise known as, I should say, he's the player, formerly known as CSX. I am good, man. How are you? So, but yeah, we're hanging out today. Oh, we got Pittsburgh. We got to vote for Pittsburgh. All right. So it's a 50-50 between Southeast and Pittsburgh. Or do I stay the way? That's the poll going on right now. So, what's up, Devin? Trains. How we doing? All right. But anyway, I am not. Well, if you did trains with a Z, that could be a possibility too. I mean, I'm not. I like that one. It's just it's a great model railroad simulator because the trains operate just like trains do on a model railroad. So, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to jump into the Discord, unmute myself so we can actually get some extra audio in here. And I've been asked to pull these cars out of here, get them out, and I got a string of cars that actually need to go up to the riverbank. So I'm going to take this unit and I'm going to tie it into the power set. There's another Met 0101 in the Empire Yard. We're going to hit my mic. We're going to head on up to Riverbank, and I got a string of cars that need to come back down. So I'm going to put these power sets to some work. So let me get into Discord here. I'm going to double check that real quick. All right, I got no messages. Say, here we go. I'm going to unmute myself. I'm going to cause shenanigans now. What's up, everybody? How we doing today? And the rest of you are snoring. Okay. You know, that's all right. Let me get my rail driver here. All right, so. All right, let's get some lights on. Take the brakes off. I'll get those box cars out of here. Get my HUD up. And the Met's on the roll. Yeah. We're going to go grab these two box cars, go get that string of loaded. I know there's some more, too, on that one industry. I think those cars are probably turned. But I'll deal with those. Or somebody can deal with those. Whoa, wait a minute. Wrong switch. I'm already doing things wrong. No, right switch. Nope, right switch. I was doing it right. Never mind. I'm second. I've been up since 4 this morning, and I was trying to sleep in. Yeah, that didn't work. Didn't work, and I'm like a cup and a half into my coffee, so. All right, what do we got? Devin, you used to make skins for trains? Okay, and then isn't that the same process for like making skins or liveries for Run8? Oh, okay. I didn't know. That's something I just don't do. All right, let's go in reverse here. I'm just going to use the bell because people are still sleeping over here in the shop tracks for the Met. That would be my buddy Chris. So I think that right there is the office where, because whenever Chris messaged me, he said, "Yeah, I'm hanging out in the office because we don't have anything to do," which I actually find that hard to believe. So he's probably in that office right now asleep. So he's actually off today, but he's got his daughter, so he will not be joining us. I tried to talk him into it. You drink Diet Mountain Dew? Isn't that like Diet Mountain Dew? I don't know. I like Mountain Dew. The only thing, I stay away from it. I like the regular Mountain Dew, but I stay away from it because it's like so much sugar, so much caffeine. I get yelled at too by my doctor. He's like, "You drink way..." Well, okay, so here's a little bit into the Lazy Farmer. So I have... What was... Oh. So anyway, I drink... we don't need to be talking that stuff on the stream. Ghost. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I ended up with kind of a heart condition, and so my one doctor sits there and tells me, "Hey, you got to quit drinking caffeine, stop drinking coffee, it's not good for the heart." But then my other doctor, because I changed my diet, I ended up with gout. What gets rid of gout? Coffee. And it has to be, and it can't be decaf. It has to be caffeinated coffee, because there's something in that unprocessed, unwashed, whatever they do to get rid of the caffeine, that gets rid of the enzymes, and the enzymes control the gout. So I'm like, okay, doc, but I got this, and I need to drink coffee. So that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. All right. So I got, okay, let's go ahead, and now we're going to head off to the Empire Yard and see what we can grab there. Oh, I know what I need to do. Turn off the bell, number one. Number 2, hold down F11 and click on the side of the locomotive, get inside the cab. Everything's turned on, but what I want to do is I'm on road right now. Okay, I just want to check this switch, make sure it's on road. It is, we're good. Let's go. Giddy up, go. I'm going to get on the ground because I got to check the switches. It all depends on what you guys want to do. Now, I did renumber this one to 0101 because I'm going to tie it into, and I'm going to make, into the other 2 that are over in the Empire Yard. Just let's see. Let's try a little renumbering here. Oh, how if I stop the train and read the yellow sign right there? Brake set. Okay, then I can go renumber. That number is not allowed. So you might have to go into the file and check the database for the numbering because it won't let me do it. Actually, the message actually says host does not allow renumbering. So that would be something in the config file when you launch the server. Yes, sir. You're on their Google Sheets page, or you're on their forums. Okay, just like I was telling you the other day, you need to go in the upper right-hand corner and click on Register. Okay, if you have done that, then either Ken or Mike would have approved you. And from that, I will turn it over to either Ken or Mike to walk you through the process to get you onto the server. And we're back to crickets. I'm not here either. This is a recording. This is a recording. This is a recording. Never mind. Where are you looking? Oh. Huh. I don't think I've ever even worked that end. I mean, I bought the Kingman, but I don't think I've ever worked the Kingman. Or the entire DLC I've never been on. I might have to go investigate that. Hmm. And the link to their Google Sheets is at the bottom of that information. That works. That works. Oh, nice. I think I know what there's two things I want to do. If Medic Matt joins in, it's my goal, and I'm putting it out there. Medic Matt, if you watch this, I'm telling you right now, I think I have a solution to get you, because he can play Run8, he just can't join servers. So, but it's going to be one of those things like, hey, put TeamView on your computer, let me get in there and take a look at, because it's probably, my first thing is I'm thinking it's probably that he blocked himself, because when you start Run8, Windows comes up and will ask you, do you want to let this go out on the internet? And he may have said no, and then that blocked him from joining. That may have been the block. So we got to remove that and restart Windows and all that kind of good stuff. There is a way to go just remove it, but I like to restart because Windows is Windows. And then there's the other one too, is which he can run Run8. So I really don't think it's the redistributables, but it's always good to check that too. But yeah, he could not even join like Depot. He couldn't join mine. He couldn't join High Green. He couldn't join anybody. So yeah, I think Windows. He told Windows block me, and it did. It's actually doing what it tells you, what you told it to do. That's a first. Yeah. All right, the poll goes that I've got going. Pittsburgh is now in the lead. Between, so it's stay the way I am, put the Pittsburgh server back up, or start a Southeast server. Oh no. You're biased. Well, yeah, yeah. Oh, Pittsburgh just jumped up again. Now it's Pittsburgh 75% in the lead. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, Pittsburgh, I'll be honest with you. I mean, both of them are some fine, would be really good servers to have. And just because one might win out over the other doesn't mean I may not run both. I might, but I know that there's some people out there that have a lot of players that they took their Southeast down. So I'm thinking about that's why I'm thinking about putting one up. Pittsburgh is just, I think, is a hidden gem. I think there's been so much new content on all the other maps that people, gamers are fickle. They just left Pittsburgh, and the more I dive into Pittsburgh, the more it just blows me away how much there is to do on that map, and not just in Rose Yard. And Rose Yard is just the way it's built is just it's very interesting. As big as it is, you'd think it'd be a hump yard, but nope. Now the rumor is, once again, it's a rumor that they were going to expand that to Conway, and yeah, but we'll see. I mean, anything with Run8. I mean, there's lots of rumors that come out, but the truth is, it's until I don't get excited by them. I mean, I do. I mean, oh yeah, it piques my interest, but I don't get excited until they actually drop. Then I get excited. What's up, Motor Slug? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It is Run8 Saturday morning on my normal streaming day. How about that? And yeah, once again, we are on the Southwest Rail Simulations server. If you have Run8, and at least the base game, you can come join us on this server. The more, the merrier. I'm putting it out there because I recently, this week, I took down my Pittsburgh server because just flat out nobody was on it. And it was also, I took it down because I was testing to see if that was causing some issues on the Southwest server that I have, which is just it's for testing only. and it wasn't. It was a file, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So now the question is, do I put Pittsburgh back up, or do I start a southeast server? Because I noticed that, you know, with AGS coming out, a lot of other servers are coming down. So I know there's people out there that like those maps. So I kind of want to serve those people, but I mean, you know, resources on the computer are finite. So if I put one up, I might have to take one down. And Ghost has joined as Ghost None. That's okay. Welcome to the server, Ghost. Glad to have you. Actually, I don't know why I'm saying that, those guys. Once I get my new PC built, I will be on March at the earliest. Gotcha. Okay, well, we're waiting for you, Mother. We're waiting. We'll be here. So, yeah. So in the meantime, the information for Southwest Rail Simulations is on the TLF Mosel server. And for those that may be watching this, if you want to get access to this server, it is a process. My process is you join my NorCal server. Information is in the description. Message me that you want access to the Mosel server. I will get you access. Once you're on the Mosel server, the information for Southwest Rail Simulations is at the very bottom, and their process is to, you know, be a link to their forums, sign up on their forums, and then they'll get you the information to get on their server. So it's there. All right, so we're heading in. We're going past. This is Star Petroleum, or whatever that is, Star something or other. So I heard something about Rose Yard not having a hump. You do know Rose Yard had 3 humps at one time. Haha, not sure you know. You know what? I did not know that. I'm just saying that Rose Yard in the Pittsburgh line east map is not a hump yard. So that's what I was referencing. But thanks for that. You know, I like that railroad history. It's always amazes me how much I do not know. Which I'm learning stuff by being on this server, because over here they have a lot of information, and they've got different places to go to get that information. So I'm learning everywhere I go, and I just make it a point to learn every day, learn something new. You know, Mother Slug says, yeah, in-game no hump. Yeah, in-game no hump. Which I don't understand. I mean, it depends on when. Well, okay, they take liberties with it, because if they had 3 humps at one time, when did you know, they take the humps out? Which doesn't surprise me, because I was watching a video. It was a yard. I forgot what yard it was. They still have the hump, but for some reason they flat switch. They don't use the hump. It was in Allentown. I would have remembered that name, but yeah. So it's like, well, yeah. Which makes me wonder why is it? You know, is it just economics? You know, saving money on. Ah. Hmm. So, basically, it comes down to increasing your bottom line to make your investors happy. Yeah, as opposed to what? Safety for the workers. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let me come to a stop here. Oh, right. think I need to go out and then around and back in to where there's my power units over there that I want to tie into, and then here is the other cars, and this all needs to go up the track. So the 0101 will be going up to Riverbank. And see, now I got that stuttering effect again. Do you guys ever get that stuttering effect with the game as you're playing? A little bit? Okay, because I notice that if I look around and then it goes away and then I come back and then it's just, yeah. And it's something, yeah, and I'm not sure, it was one of the updates where it started to do it. Alright, I'm going to pull through and I'm going to stop because I want to make sure that these switches are aligned back to normal. I don't know who was out here last, me. But yeah, I didn't set the switches back, so. Oh, Mike, Mike is here, yes. Alright, let's get the, so I'll do the countdown so I know when to stop. Up there in the upper right hand corner. And we are at, right about now, we'll stop the stopping process here. And we're clear. Alright, get on the ground and go flip some switches. Ghost, you had a question. That would be not a lazy question, that would be either a Ken or Mike question. That. Alright, so Mother Slug has, I heard something about Rose Yard. Okay, yeah, in-game no hump. East side of Rose Yard. Oh, go ahead. Right. So east side of Rose Yard in-game, is there an area where the devs built to look like there was a hump? Rose east side hump had a bridge that crosses over the main line, which is in-game. I hope devs built out from Altoona towards Conway Yard and then east toward Reading. Yeah, no, you know what? The rumor was Conway. I mean, but that was months ago that I heard that rumor. So, my suggestion is when it comes down to Run8, don't hold your breath. You know, just be excited when it shows up. Anyway, yeah, going back, Ghost. This goes back to some of the instructions that I was giving you when we first met. You should always have in your browser the depot, and this goes out to everybody too, have the depot server's website bookmarked, even though they no longer have a public server, but they have a lot of resources, and one of those resources are maps. And with the base game, you want to pull up, you'll need Needles map, you'll need the Mojave map, and you'll need the Barstow, which will give you the map for their yard. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get on the ground. I'm going to flip this switch down here as well too. Back to normal, because once again, that's 3 switches. Somebody left, flipped wrong. Who was? Yeah, well, you know, it's in the name. All right. Little side note. Woohoo! Now you're what, in West Colton? All right. Ah. Oh my goodness. What's up, daughter mine? How you doing? Hey, love, 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 love. I'm gonna send it right back at you, sweetie. How you doing? Come play trains with us. Join the autism. We do. What's up, Mike? We got what, 7 now in the channel here? Nice. Gotcha. All right. What are you doing today? By the way, daughter mine, I was officially notified yesterday. Mike now has Devourer and Demonologist. So you just gotta let me know if you want to play this weekend. So we can go play. If devs build Enola Yard in-game, I will never have to look at a map. I worked that yard long enough to tell you where everything is. I'm going to tell you, Slug, if you can't rely on that because you look at like NorCal, they did not build Roseville correctly. They left a lot out of Roseville. And I'm also disappointed that they haven't gone back and put switches in that can be controlled by auto. So, but I get what you're saying. So I'm good. Just finished my 2.5 mile morning walk. Gonna jump on my computer a bit, and then my daughter says to you, Mike, sick. So now we have four. We have four to play that game. Those games. All right, so we're connected. So I've got a three. I'm making a 3-unit set out of this M1, the 0101, just simply because of the fact that they got track rights, and yeah, we just need it, especially if we're pulling, especially that string of cars that's sitting up there in Riverbank right now, and the string that's down here of loaded cars, and then all these need to come out too. So. I know. Just kidding. Understood. And NS changed things around. Oh, they always. Well, and that's the thing is NS changed things around. I mean, but then it's also the devs when they do their stuff. Who knows? Who knows what they're looking at or what their decision-making process is. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and since I'm connected, I'm going to set this one as the lead, and then I'm just going to hit all my buttons up here. I was contemplating doing it manually, and I said no. So, all right. Let those warm up, air up, all that good stuff. Should have actually turned this one around, but that's okay. It is what it is. Doesn't matter. They work just as good forward as they do in reverse, and vice versa. Oh, I do need to change the tag though. I saw something. No, just one little. I just gotta come down here and just to make it kind of uniform. There we go. And I can even do this too. Go this. Just put a note there so if anybody looks at it, track rights on BNSF, what does that mean? Although I may have to pull that out and put that on the middle unit now that I think about it. That way I can pull up a switch list. So, understood, just change things. Be right back. Gotta go do a few things. I'll jump back on the live on my PC. Okay, hey, and then the other thing I want to tell you too is I got up early, but I couldn't sleep last night. And I think I was telling you that I figured out how to, using VirtualBox, I installed Ubuntu Linux, and I'm experimenting with trying to get Run8 to run under Linux. And, well, in that process, I discovered that there's a way to even get Mac OS to run on a Windows PC using VirtualBox. So now, because, we got an iPad, an iPhone, and an Apple Watch and all that, I'm like, if I can do that, and the process is long, but basically you got to install an older version of the Mac OS, and then once it's up and running, you can go onto the Mac Store and download the latest version of the Mac OS, which is what 10.15 I think is what it is. So now I don't have to buy a Mac computer; I can run it under the VirtualBox. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm geeking, I'm nerding out here. I mean, just it's just me. Oh yeah, no, I got excited by the order builder. Ah, shut up. Oh yeah, no, it's like something. Here, have Otto, give him your bottle. No, Otto, give him a full bottle. Oh my, yes. Yeah, no, and that's actually the string of cars sitting up there in Riverbank. That's I used the order builder to build that, and I need to. I forgot how many cars I set it to. I don't know if you remember, because that's something I think I want to save that setup. But I know the first one was like 201 cars, and it started in Riverbank and went all the way up to the spawn point. But I'm like, that might be a little much. I'm that It is a pretty good sized string. A lot of loaded cars. Um, I think it was like one. I want to say 113. When I get up there, I can use the tagger and get a count, and then that way I'll just make a note of it. And because I don't remember if the order, but tell me if the order builder will save settings. Yeah, that one, and then the other one, which is still in closed beta, I want is the yard one that we were talking about too, because that would be huge, especially for like a map like this. But small map, big map, it doesn't matter. It would still be a benefit. And if the guy happens to be listening or watching my stream, hey, I would love to be able to be a tester for that. Oh yeah, yes it would. All right, so we're gonna pull up and then back in. We're gonna grab those two there's a long string and a short string, and we're gonna drag these up to Riverbank because they're outgoing. Give them to BNSF, and then grab the cars that BNSF has, and we'll bring them back down here. And then we're gonna. Now I did cheat a little bit because BNSF is not going to pre-sort the cars for me, but using the order builder, I did pre-sort them. All right, third cup of coffee being brewed as we speak. If you guys hear that noise in the background, that's my Keurig giving me that sweet lullaby of, hey, more caffeine. Which then my daughter would yell at me, Dad, you're drinking too much caffeine. But, oh, what the heck? Okay, so I need to come over onto this track. I thought this was over here. That's all right. We got this. Because then I can pull through, and then I back in and grab that cut, which puts me on the right side anyway to go out and get onto the main. Mike's being awfully quiet. Both mics are being awfully quiet. That once again, that how to take. I guess you use the page that says work orders or work something or other, work list, and yeah, um, and that would be the suggestion that I have. That when you type your name in, then the order page should pop up. But there's a link up at the top of the general channel on SRS Discord page that will take you to the order form. What was that question, Mike? The link to the registry is actually on the page that has the server information. Yeah. Now, now if you're looking for the one to the reporting system, that link is up in on their here on their Discord channel, up at the top and on very top in general, I believe is where Mike put it, or Ken put it. Yeah, so Ghost, once again, where you found the information to join the server, at the very bottom, there's a link to the registry. Click that link and it'll open up the Google Sheets. Let's see, Motorcycles, I really hope the next unit, Run8, releases some GP38 units, honest, best unit for them to put in the game. That's why diversity SD60M or as well as Santa Fe SD7050, 75i and M versions. There's a lot. I wouldn't mind the GP38s. I mean, yeah, I mean, but they're taking liberties. I mean, it was at one time, okay, this is 1995 to 2005. But now with everything they've done, I think that's kind of gone away because they're listening to their fan base and they're asking, like these MP15s, which are actually the next variants of the SW 1500s, which is what I was hoping for in the game. So for me, I got what I wanted. So, but I think some other fans wanted it as well too. So they're listening to their fan base. But you got to remember that the devs, this is not their primary job. They have real life jobs, and so they work on stuff as they can work on it. I'm hoping for the Modesto to Stockton, the DLC to come out here soon, but it'll probably maybe the end of this year. Who knows? But I know it's coming. I believe that they say that it's coming, and it's going to be as big as what the San Bernardino area is as far in terms of switching for industries. It is, in their words from Jason, it is the Southern California of the Central Valley of California. There's so much to do, and so between Stockton and Modesto, there's going to be a ton to do here in the Central Valley. I'm hoping. And that's based off of, this is all based off of a chat string that I saw, and Jason, was a wink wink nudge nudge after he said that Stockton was going to get, when it comes out, he goes, the next step is to close the gap, and he had already said that they're going to close the gap between Seco and Gobel, which is about a 60-mile gap, so that will probably be a DLC unto itself, but now we won't have to use BNSF tracks to route Union Pacific trains once they close that gap. Whether that's a DLC or it's a freebie, I don't know. But then he said, after that statement, he said, and then we'll close the big gap that was a wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So, I'm hoping it is going to connect. All the way up to Roseville, because that was when Roseville came out, that was kind of a big outcry. Why the huge jump? Why is it not connected to Southern California? So, let's see. Craziest place to have in game would be the Chicago area. Talk about. I've been at Mother Slug. That's been on my list. Because of all the interchanges that happen, in the Chicago area, in the south end of that lake. It's like all class 1s come in there. So it would be huge to have that area modeled. And then, Oh, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I'll put this out. How about we just let the community make maps? They can submit the maps, kind of like they do with FarmSim. They submit them to people make a map, they submit it to FarmSim, and if FarmSim approves it, then it ends up on their mod hub in game. Well, why don't we do something like that with Run8? Let the community make maps. We would end up with the entire North American rail system. That would be cool. CSX is the one Class 1 railroad that has a small area in Chicago. I was looking on a map. I saw CSX. I saw what's that map? Rail something. I can't remember of it. But I was looking all around that. CSX is in there. And then once again, I say Chicago and the whole south side of the lake. The south end of it. There, I saw BNSF. I saw Union Pacific. I saw Canadian. I mean, everybody. There's interchange yards everywhere all around that whole southern portion, and it probably would be several DLCs. But mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% agree. Players would have all the North American finished in 12 years tops. Yeah, if even that. I think honestly, there's so many people that would be like, "Hey, this is my favorite area to model. I'm going to model it," and so, and then you got all those people that, I don't see them that much on playing Run8, but they're over on like the enhancement Discord channel. All those guys would jump in over there, and yeah, I mean, there would be an explosion. So, but I mean, the problem is maintaining the standard, that Run8 has, um, and then then I guess there's access to the assets, because I know they just paid a lot of money and they bought a lot of assets from Jointed Rail. There's probably some kind of prohibition that, well, hey, you can't share the assets. You can put them on your maps, but you can't share the assets with your fans. Might be something like that. Yeah, see, I feel fortunate, Slug, because you model your hometown area. I'm in my hometown area right now on this stream. I'm literally about an hour south of Modesto, and so I got my area. I'm satisfied. You guys can start making maps. I'm done. I'm satisfied. Yeah. So, and that's like Kung Fu Beer, good friend. He plays a lot down in the San Bernardino area. Why? Because that's where he lives. All right, we're gonna come down here, dragging slowly. I'm really. Oh, let me get some brakes off. I had to bail off those brakes. All right, we are still flipping that switch. We're not. That's the BNSF main right there. And I'll back in and I'll probably just pull right out onto the main. I don't think anything's coming. Bakersfield, Fresno, and then tab. So I'm right in this area here in Empire. See, Stockton is on its way that way. Something is coming. So something is coming up from Bakersfield. So we'll have to make our move up to Riverbank here right quick. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, these 3 units with these got 13.4 horsepower per ton. So we'll see what it becomes with these other loaded cars. They'll give me an idea of how these things are going to operate as I. Here we go. I'll stand it. I'll be like that guy that was showing me videos last night of rail fanning standing in the road. JCM is in this. All right. We got somebody else on server right now. Awesome. So. Come on, don't stop. Don't sit down on me. It did. All right, and we're going to run down here. Hey, trucking's in here. Awesome. What the? Oh, he's like, Mother. I just looked at Mother's message in chat. He's like, oh, nice, screw you. I'm like, what was that for? I forgot. I was like, I'm happy I got my area, so I'm good. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to start pushing back. We'll get that cut. We'll see how this power set will do. If I need to add more to it, maybe I will. We'll see. Oh, how we doing? All right, let's. All right, here we go. Oop. Wait, what? Huh? What's up, trucking? How we doing? Oh, I need to. Man, it's like all of a sudden I'm like, why is it so hot in this room? I forgot the heater was gone, and the heater called my PC. Yeah. What is the temperature outside today? It's 41 and foggy. Trucking. I say trucking. I started thinking about the. There you are. Oh. Whenever there's audio issue, especially after a Windows update, first thing is to check your sound in Windows and then go to Discord and check that. Of course, he can't hear me, so that's whatever. But, well, that's true too. What? People watch my stream? I don't even watch my stream. Whoa, what happened there? I just. Do I have a brake on? Because this train's just like sitting right down. Real life here, I always get these young kids talking about Calypso Yard, which was a major switching point for LV, and as there are nowadays a small rip yard and think the yard. Yeah, nope, yard is gone. Gotcha. Hence the reason for the yard name being called Calypso is because the yard was built on an island that was filled in on one side. What? Oh my gosh. Quincy, seriously? Yeah, that's it. I'm throwing down. Hang on, I gotta put my bottle down first. Young kids only know what they know. They don't. I mean, honestly, and that's the biggest thing I have working around the high school is trying to tell these kids the importance of history. So, all right, let's go ahead. I'm going to F7 cheat this, but I will go to the end of the train because I'm going to be going on BNSF tracks. And we're going to attach an EOT on the end of that, and then I will open that up. So, all right. Hey, welcome, welcome. All right, do I have anything that's going away? This one's coming. Oh, I've got another train coming. I got another, what was it? Looks like Stockton to SJO. See, I gotta figure out these tags. I don't know these tags, the SJO. I gotta remember. I used to know those. Ah, okay. Well, it's coming down out of Stockton, so now I'm gonna be sitting here waiting for it to pass. So, all right, that's all good. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't throw that switch to pull out. Always, when you're on a server, always check and make sure that someone's not coming at you, that there's another trains coming at you, that you don't interrupt the flow. It's one thing when you're playing, solo. You just want to go delete the train or move it over to another track. But if you're on a server, be mindful that there are people playing and you don't want to ruin their fun. You don't want to act like Quincy and just do anything you want or go up and punch somebody in the face. What's up, Quincy? Yeah. All right. So Pittsburgh has lost some ground. Pittsburgh server has dropped from 75% down to 60%. So let's see. Oh, I don't want to end the poll yet. So right now Pittsburgh is at 60. Southeast is at 30. Stay with what I have is at 10. So just a reminder, I did have Pittsburgh up at one time. But a lot of people have dropped their southeast maps, so I was considering going to the southeast. And honestly, on my server, Pittsburgh has not been busy, as in nobody. So that's one reason why I shut it down. But I can bring it back up again. It is not off my system. Or I can go ahead and put the southeast back up there, which is an area that Quincy used to work in, so it will not be auto controlling the southeast. It'll be Quincy. I had the other night. Let's see. I had the other night in a stream on Twitch. Someone told me anything American made is poop. That they don't use it. Then I said that's a lie because you're on a PC first off, and second you're online. Right there you go. Thank you. Let's see. PC. Basically invented by IBM. If you're using Windows, that was invented by Bill Gates, another American, and most dominant operating system in the world. But I find it funny that Microsoft on their back end is managed by Linux. And then let's see. Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. Depending on where you're at, a lot of locomotives, American made. So yeah. And that's the thing is, some people only know what they know, and they think that that's how the world is, just because their attitude is they think the world revolves around them. In reality, the world revolves around me. So I'm just saying. First PC was built and used in Philly. It was the size of a room. Yes, it was. And the term bug, a bug in the system, came from the fact that it broke, and they found that it was a moth that got into a relay in one of the switches in that room. So that's where the term bug, there's a bug. It's a moth. See, exactly. We invented that term. So, yeah. The other side of that too, Mother, is that there are some people when they make a statement like that, you know what? It's not even worth arguing with them because they don't get it. So, okay, let's see. Oh, no wonder that didn't work. I am out of water. Do I want another cup of coffee? I do have coffee sitting here. All right. Well, I'm waiting on this train, so I'm not going to change it. I'll leave it here so if it ever comes by, you guys can watch it. But I am going to mute myself here real quick. I've got to go get rid of the coffee that I rented. I'll be right back. You guys in Discord will still be live on the stream. Well, no. Actually, yes. I'm not going to mute my headphones. So, yeah, you'll be live on the stream. I'm back. I was just contemplating how cool it would be if I could change the name of Otto. I would change it to Quincy White. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that would be actually you would change the name of Otto. I wonder if he could do that. First virus was called a creep because the user got all creeped out because they thought the PC was really talking to them like a real person, not knowing at the time that PC was sick. That's funny. Okay, where's this train at? It's getting closer. So let's see. And then the one that's coming, still down by Fig Garden. So that's heading for Richmond. Actually, it would be Benicia. So, all right, I'll have plenty of time to get up to, but then I'll probably have to do my moves and get ready to come out and then sit up there up in Riverbank and wait for that train. Maybe. Well, there's 2 tracks. So I can probably make it back down here. Quincy's not being very chatty today. Oh, this building right here? That was, yeah, jointed rail mod. Yep. Yeah, they bought that's something that when you see updates and you're like and you watch the updates go through when you run the updater, it's like, okay, there's some stuff going in on, here. A lot of that is just they're adding assets because they bought a ton of assets from jointed rail. And one of the first ones I noticed was the radio tower. And I had to question. It's like, did we always have that? So I don't remember it, but then all of a sudden one day I saw it, and it said Run8 on the side of it, and I'm like, And it was actually here on the Southwest server as the first time I saw it. Then I see it on Mohawk and Selkirk. I see it on all of them now. But I like the fact that they're adding new assets. The same buildings and trains. I don't even know if I put trains back on my system after my hard drive died. I think I might need to do that. I think I want to play with their layout builder, whatever they call that. But don't get me wrong, I like the look of trains. I think that graphically it's very, very pretty. If you're looking for a model railroad simulator, because that's its history, there is a video on YouTube about the history of trains. It was built to be a model railroad simulator. Even as it went from company to company to company, they kept its focus on, we're simulating a model railroad. And that's exactly how the trains operate. And I'm not saying that that's bad. It just wasn't what I was looking for. And part of why I settled on Run8 is the physics of the train, and the fact that you can spawn in cars for your industries. So whereas on trains, it's more like, okay, I've got a closet full of cars. I need to work cars on industry. Let me go drop some box cars on, or some tank cars, depending on what you need. And there was one YouTuber that I was chatting with him about, and this is a while ago, so things may have changed. But he was saying, no, with trains you cannot spawn trains like you can in Run8. He goes, that's one huge thing that Run8 has over trains. And I'm thinking, there's more, because you have, the physics. Oh, there's a train coming. Let me get on the ground. Let's go. Here, let me be a foamer and stand in the gauge. I'm referencing to, there's a video out there of the big boy, and there was a lady that was stood between the rails in the gauge and was taking a picture of the big boy coming right at her, and she moved at like the last minute. And if anything, and that's not the only video I've seen like that, there's another video of some guy and his girlfriend or wife doing the same thing, and they ended up getting the police called on them, and the police showed up, but they had already left the area. It's one thing to take pictures of trains as they go by, but it's another to be stupid about it. Right. Yeah, it's like, don't be stupid. RN Studios, aka Trains, has made their game a little more realistic, adding real physics. I can't say yes or no to that, because like I said, I bought it, was last year or the year before. I think it was Trains 22. It's the only thing I can reference to, and yeah, it was. And when playing with the train, it was literally, as soon as I came off the throttle, it sat down just like I remember my model railroad did back in the day when I was a kid. Oh my God, my daughter's back. Everybody hide. 1990, woman that got taken out by that BNF unit, famous video. Well, I see there's videos out there, and they're from all over the world of, hey, there's a train coming, the guards come down. We all know that what the most recent one is the fire truck. that went around the gate. All right, so I need to... But, yeah, you know, if all I say to that is we're calling the herd. All right, I am flipping the switch. What is this? This is main. Where's my map? I need my map. Yeah, oh, it's just right here by my feet. All right. Now I gotta go find... I think I need to separate this. San Bernardino. Lone Pine. I don't know how long I was watching. There's West Colton. Ah, okay. That's where they have the realistic mod. Gotcha. That's Roseville. Alright. You know what? I don't know where I put my maps. That's Mojave. Oh, here we go. Fresno sub. Boop. And I'm looking for this page. Okay. Yeah, so I'm tactile. I don't have it up on the screen. I like actually having something to hold in my hands when I'm looking at maps. So I just pulled out the map for my area. Once again, we talked about that earlier. It is always a good practice to have your maps available when you're, especially when you're playing on a server. Okay, so actually that's not the second main. There's only one main in this area. This is a sighting. So I'm going to be pulling out onto a sighting so I can flip this switch. Alright, what is my train HUD says? I have 1.7 horsepower per ton. That's not bad for out here. This is pretty level. I like riding the steps. Yes, sir. This is a different server, so once you've signed into and registered yourself on the SRS forums, either Ken or Mike will approve you, and then you'll be able to see the channel that has their login information. And at the bottom of that login information, there's the link to their Google Sheets document. Let's see. So you know that fire truck got hit about a week ago, a mile from the area. Amtrak train ran over 2 teens crossing tracks at crossing. Crossing gates never sounded or lowered. Florida is in deep. Oof. We had that out here, not too far. In fact, it's modeled, well, what used to be Castle Air Force Base. The gates and everything did come down, but there was a Frito-Lay truck that was trying to make its deliveries and went around the gate because it thought the guy was an idiot, thought he could beat the train, got hit by the train. At the time, I worked at a company that was literally near those tracks. They came over, Frito-Lay came over and said, if you guys want free potato chips, come out here and start picking them up. I loaded my car up. But it happens. We've had people, well, geez, I was listening on the scanner radio chatter up in Roseville area, and UP had to bring their train to a stop because a group of homeless decided to build their camp right on the tracks. And they were in the gauge, around the gauge. So, and they were just coming out of the Roseville yard, and fortunately the engineer saw them, brought his train to a stop. Didn't hit anybody, but yeah, just like, hey, we've got people living on the tracks. At what point did they think that that was a good idea? Give myself a light, flip that switch. I'll also do this one too. Oops. The link is at the very top of this Discord channel in the general chat. I think right. It's the link at the bottom. That's their Google Sheets. So they don't do things like I do on using Discord for the job tickets. That link, yeah, they use Google Sheets. A little loud. Oh. I find it so interesting. 4 years ago it was all about NS, then UP, then CSX. Now it's all about Amtrak and Brightline. I call that so. It's the flavor of the day for the media. Slug. That's all it is, you know. And you know, they're looking for something of shock value. It's all about ratings. With ratings comes money. You know, I pick on Norfolk Southern just because you're right. It was, you know, a few years ago it was all about NS because of Palestine, Ohio, you know, and what happened up there. And then all of a sudden there's a bunch of different, hey, Norfolk derailed here, Norfolk went in the river there. So I just pick on Norfolk Southern. But you're right. I mean, you look at what's happening in Tehachapi. You know, they had a derail, you know, at the end of last year. Then at the beginning of this year, they had another derail where cars ended up on their side. And according to my buddy that works at the Met, he was telling me that there's been 6 derails in that same spot on the Tehachapi, you know, since near the end of last year. So, you know, I think it happens more often than what we know, but the media is jumping all over it because, oh look, we reported this and there was a boost in ratings. Let's do some more. So, well, my track speed, according to Rail Driver, says that this is 55. Track HUD says 55, 50 and 0.8 miles. And the most I'm getting, and I should check it. I think I'm in road on these locomotives. 1.5 horsepower, no grade. It's just a fight, which is going to be interesting trying to get that string out of Riverbank. But it'll be fun. Yeah, there was a YouTube video, I forgot who did it, but yeah, he actually walked up and those auto racks were all empty. But he actually went around and looked at different points and he goes, I'm not seeing any derail. And then when he found the derail, he's looking at the tracks and he goes, I don't see any problems with the tracks. You know, everything's spiked down. Occasionally, my Niners are out of it. CSX, man, it's like that's my team. And then we got a lot of Raider fans in the area. The Raiders were way out of it earlier in the season. So my only thing is, you know, I know I was rooting for the Vikings, hoping to beat the Rams. No, not lucky there. So But mostly, you know what? It's like I've learned that the leagues out there, whatever team wins, if they can get the most money off their ratings, that'll be the team that will win. NBA taught me that one, and I've never really been a huge basketball fan. So now I'm down to, I went down to college sports or a minor league like in baseball, AAA leagues or AA. We got, a couple of AAA teams that are close to me here. We got a lot of AA teams, but even that's kind of suspect. See, now you're a Duke. I love the fact that you called them Redskins because I know that there's a big push going on up there, and it's coming out of the Native American community. They never wanted that team renamed, and they've started a petition, and they've got nothing but positive signatures to change the name of the team back to Redskins. So, which I would love to see that. There was no reason to change it to begin with. Nobody was offended by it other than some woke people that literally told the natives up in that area, we know better than you, so you should listen to us. Ooh, these things are humming at 15 miles an hour. Wow. I was expecting better out of these locomotives, but 1.7 horsepower per ton. I'm only dragging 2,600 tons, and these things are just not doing it. Yeah, and they're all loaded, so yeah. And brakes are off. I'm checking brakes, yeah, so just in case I have something going on. But anyway, well, they pretty much use what we're using here out of the Met. They do, and the interesting thing is that they do have some SD40s that they've leased, but they're broken, and they broke down. They went back to the leasing company, and the leasing company said, no, they're repairing them is on you guys. And the thing is not according to our agreement. So that's the last thing Chris said, that they're just sitting down there in the yard. Oh, we're up to 25 now. Oh, I got it downhill. Woo! Thank you, gravity. So I got track rights on BNSF. Coming back's going to be interesting. Modesto Amtrak. Thinking that's exactly what that building looks like too, by the way. They modeled that one. Not only did they model the one in Merced right, they modeled the one in Modesto right. Ooh, Redskins are facing the Lions in the playoffs. Yeah, I think the Lions are. I think we're looking at Lions, Chiefs, and Chiefs will win again because that's where the money's at right now. Follow the money. Oh, look, that was Devin. I thought that BNF truck was going to run. There's three BNSF trucks in a row right there. Yeah. You know, they're checking it out, going, "Oh, you derailed? Yeah, we can't have the Met on our tracks anymore." I'm not looking towards this Monday. Weather says it's supposed to drop down to -2 with snow and freezing rain. Slug, better you than me. I wouldn't mind a little bit of rain this weekend. Let's see, okay, I'm looking at these red lights, but that's crossing. There, I blew the horn. Let's see, weather, sun, with highs, low 60s, high 50s for the next 2 weeks. And all I have to say to that, Devin, is neener, neener, neener. I'm so thoughtful. All right, so what's everybody doing? Where's everybody working right now on this server? Gotcha. And so, all right, so that would be the Seligman sub. Who else we got in here? Everybody else is, let's see. Ken and Ghost are still down there in the Barstow channel. I don't know what, Mike. What are you doing, Mike? Just hanging out. All right. Santiago just woke up. Honestly, I'm ready to go back to bed. Ooh. I gotta bring this to a stop, or I'm gonna run up to run, Forrest. Oh crap! How about we hit some brakes? I can't use dynamic brakes because there's no dynamic braking on this, so I got throw it in the suppression. I have to go up here and move some switches. That's why I got double reds. And that's the entrance to Riverbank right there. Oh, watch. I'm going to go fall through the bridge. Take a bath, come back up. Alright, I did throw this on the dispatch board. I am going in. And we'll go down this one right here. And then I got this long cut right here I got to drag back. Okay, let's go back to the locomotive. Dispatch board. Give myself a... There we go. Got a light. So Santiago, welcome, and here we are on the SoCal server for Southwest Rail Simulations. So we've got an operating session going on over here and advertising the server for my friends over here. So the link is in my Mohawk, or the MoSo, the TLF MoSo Discord server. So if you want to come over, you want to join the fun over here, start playing around on this Southwest server, join my Discord. Link is in the description. request access to Mohawk. I know it's convoluted. Once you're on Mohawk, then you DM me over there. Hey, can I get onto the Southwest? Well, once you're on the Mohawk server, you should see the link to the SRS forums. Upper right-hand corner, register on their forums. They will give you access. At that point, you'll see all on their forums. You'll see everything you need to access their server, and there in that information, there's a link to also to their Google Sheets, which is what they use to control operations on this server. So, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it. And today I'm back here on the Met, which is where, near where I live. So I'm going to work where I live. I'm pulling a Kung Fu beer. Alright, track speed set 10, so I got it set a little over 10, but that's alright. We'll see what the vernometer says later, if I even decide to look at it. Pittsburgh dropped a little bit more. We're down to 55% on bringing the Pittsburgh server back up. So right now it is stay with what I have, bring up a Southeast server, or bring Pittsburgh back up. So it's looking like Pittsburgh's going to come back up again. And it's a good. I like it. It is a hidden area. It's a hidden gem. All right, get the countdown counter going. Oh, I'm in a switch on this one? What the heck? That might have been why I wasn't pulling into it very well down the road. So I need to check all the other locomotives, make sure that they're in road power. A lot of stuff for 204. So that's all going to be the Riverside yard. Okay. That chirp was the counter telling me I'm way inside, so we're good. We'll bring this to a stop. Cool. And go into neutral. I'm using the rail driver. I just hit the switch to turn all the handbrakes on. Come down here. I'm going to remove this. Go close that. Remove the EOT. All right, let's look at something here real quick. So this string is 113 cars. So weight is 10,000 tons. So Good luck on these locomotives. I don't think they're going to make it, but we're going to try it anyway. You have to call. Ah, yeah, I'll have to call it. Call for help. Like, my locomotives are wheezing. And honestly, if I do, I may stick a couple of BNSF units on the end. Later on today to this evening, my friends and I are going to see a new movie called Wicked at the movie theaters. I'm going to keep my mouth. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. But yeah, it's gotten some hate in the press. But I do hope you enjoy it. Have a good time with your friends. All right. This was set to road. Okay. And let's go over to this one. You know, I haven't been to movies in a long time. I don't know. It's just the expense and the quality. Okay, everything's set to road. We're good. I just had one that wasn't. I think I pulled this already. Yes, I did. Oh, how about if I take their handbrakes off? There we go. Ooh, gravity's taking my train. Oh, I'm in. Oh, you're talking about on this map here? You know, it's got an issue. That's a good point. Well, I think you had given me something the other day about like a traction motor was out on the AGS. Oh no, I was okay. No, so it was somebody else that did that. Yeah, JC had sent that. So what I'm setting up on the AGS in Sheets is a way to track how much time a locomotive has been in service and then rotating it out of service. So what they do over here, I don't know. So that would be an answer for Mike. Yeah. You could message Mike. I guess you can send him a DM or send Ken a DM on what they do. Alright, let's see what my daughter say. My shooter minigame is in the works, working on it as I watch, so I'm just going to lurk for now. That's fine, sweetie. You're okay to lurk. I mean, honestly, you could actually put a train in there and have shooters shoot from the train. I mean, yeah, okay, like we could help you with that. So yeah, my daughter downloaded Unity and Unreal, and she's trying to come up with a Celtic-based or Celtic-themed game. My big thing was, okay, what's your plan? You know, you should have it drawn out in some kind of a flow chart type thing, showing what your plan is, and then you can work on step by step. But hey, if she's having fun, that's all that matters. I think I screwed myself. No, because I know this cut of cars I need to get, and I don't think I have room with the track that I came down. I may have to push out, and then go over at least 2 to 3 tracks over, so I have room on the switches to move. Cause we'll see how this plays out when I get closer, but I think I might have really screwed myself. So the train that you're pulling right now is going to be going to be needed help with the other local locomotives since your train is too heavy. Yeah, I got up here with 1.7 horsepower, but I think going back down it's going to be an issue. So the options I have are I can put a couple of BNSF units on the back end, or break this one in half because I'm looking at cars that are 0305. I can just take the 0204 down first and then come back and get the next set. At least get something down into the Met that I can start working. But what we're talking about is I got a buddy that I might be okay actually. I have a buddy that does work the Met, and the Met 0101 is the crew that he's a part of. So whatever power set they take, they're the 0101. And they're the only ones that on the Met that have track rights to bring cars up from Empire Yard to Riverside and go back down again. This is going to be close. I'm going to see if I can run into it without crashing into cars. It will be close. I can stand there and start honking my horn. Move out of my way. But honestly, Santiago, I want to try it. See how it's, it's fairly light grade. And it'll give me an idea if I need to have a 4-unit set or a 5-unit set. Oh yeah, no, I was kind of leaning toward that as well, because then those units would actually sit down in the north. I could just leave them down there in the north yard. But real operations, oh perfect, look at that. I am almost perfect. Real operations it would be the through train to Stockton would actually leave cars in the Empire Yard. If they what doesn't fit in the Empire Yard goes to the North Yard, and then if there's anything that doesn't fit in the North Yard comes up here to Riverbank, and then the Met would bring any of their outbound cars up to Riverbank as they do a turn to come back down to grab whatever the overflow is, and they'll work the overflow first. Once they get it down into the Empire Yard, then they work everything else. So if you're running the depot configs, I mean, it still works, but in real life, it's 01, 01, 01, 02, and 01, 03 that the Met has. And then if anything is 03 whatever, those units are flagged that way. So that way, the 03, it's in the yard. It's in their repair yard. So, and then once they come out of the repair yard and go into service, they become an 01 unit. So Pittsburgh's to 54% now. Southeast is down to 31%. Stay with what I have is at 15%. So it's looking more and more like Pittsburgh will be back online. And that's easy. Like I said, it's not off my server. I just got to launch it, which makes my life easier. And it's a fun route. I mean, there's a lot to do. A lot of it is hidden in the hills. And then the rumor is, of course, on the Pittsburgh that Run8 will be extending out toward Conway, but that rumor has been around for about a year. So it's one of those things that I'll get excited by it once I see it. And I know, they did state that they're going to go from Modesto to Stockton. That excited. I mean, that okay. You got my interest, but I'll be excited when I see it. I'm going to hook up. I want to see exactly what my horsepower per ton is when I hook up to this string. If my buddy Chris was on these, he'd be like, "Oh dear God, help me now." Oh, I just looked at the time. So we're right at the end of my 2-hour stream here. I'm going to hook up and I'm going to start pulling just to see how this reacts. So, and right when I shut down, that's when the poll will come to a stop, and it looks like Pittsburgh's the winner. So Pittsburgh will be back up in about, I'd say within 15 minutes after me ending my stream, Pittsburgh will be back online. And of course that server can be accessed through the TLF Mosel Discord channel. I had, you know what? That's a great statement because I had said that I was looking at the map, because you can go to the depot and look at their live map showing where all the trains are running on their servers, and I'm like, one simple connection, and you would have the Southeast connected to the AGS, and I think that would, and the AGS has a lot of interchange, with CSX already built into it. So it's a natural thing. It's something that's been put in place. Here's the issue, though. AGS is Run8 Studios, for lack of a better description. I'm not going to get down into the details on that. Southeast is High Rail Simulation, so it's a different company that made that. So I don't know what agreement would have to be put in place to make that connection, because it's all falling under Run8. It's all part of Run8, but it's different entities that are creating these different maps. So I don't know, but I mean, and you bring up a point that Ken and I were talking about yesterday, as a matter of fact, and something that I did with Hank, who used to have the Pittsburgh server. When he shut it down, I took it over. We were having an interchange of trains between Pittsburgh and Mohawk and Selkirk. And I had even helped him set up industry. That way, when a train comes in, it would be tagged, as an example, tagged MO52. That would be a train coming from his Pittsburgh server to my Mohawk server. And the MO52 is a manifest for under CSX. So all the cars are tagged MO52L or if MO52E, depending on whether they're loaded or emptied. And my industries would actually keep the cars loaded, but change the tags to industries that needed that type of car loaded. And we reversed the process so he would send me the file, I'd spawn the train, bring it into an interchange yard, let the industry change the cars out, and then the cars would go down to Selkirk and get sorted into their respective locals. It can be done. Ken and I were talking about doing that between Roseville and their Southern California map. So right now that can be done, but as far as connecting, that would be up, because since it's only a finite group of people that can actually make DLCs. I would definitely applaud if they connected the two of them. I would applaud wholeheartedly if they connect Southern California or the Southwest to NorCal. I would jump for joy and do happy dance if we had connection going coast to coast. So, but it's something that, if we see it, great. If we don't, it is what it is. I think I have a Sasquatch sighting. I don't know what you're doing to that pole. I'm just saying. It looks like your character, from my perspective, your character is doing the pole dance out here in Riverbank, which is about normal for this area of of Modesto. Oh, you could have. Oh, that's great. Lot Lizard jumped into the train with me. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm really curious to see what my horsepower per ton is once I connect up to it with these. And yeah, and actually going back, Santiago, these locomotives, this is what they actually use on the Met. Um, so, and these are owned. These would be owned by the Met, but they have some SD40s, I believe, is what Chris was telling me, that right now are non-functioning. They were leased units, and the leasing company is telling the Met that you're responsible for repair. The Met saying not according to the agreement. You need to honor the agreement. So there's that little contest going back and forth. My suggestion is, I'm surprised. Okay, so I got caught up on the chat in my stream. Let's find out. I'm going to go into train HUD right now, 0 horsepower per ton. Let's see what it jumps to when I connect them. How much of a heart attack I'm going to have. Now, the poll that I have up, does it mean I'm not going to run a southeast server? I'm not saying that. I will put the Pittsburgh back up, and depending on usage, and I'll give it a month or two. .4 horsepower per ton. I think I'm going to need help. What? You're not saying anything. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm going to release the brakes. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I want to see. I'm just going to see. I got to yank on it. Okay, let me give myself. There's no trains coming. I do. Oh, there's that meat going down there in Planada. So, this could be a mistake, but what the heck. All right, gave myself a light. Yep, there it is. What's that? It's for, yeah, exactly. It's for science. All right. Why? Yeah, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta put an EOT on the end of this because I am going on the main line. That's true. You know what? Let's do that. There we go. Never see a flag, but yeah, who knows? All right, engineer view. Oh, wrong one. Oh, I need to. Hang on. How about if I do this too? And lead unit. Short hood lead. There we go. All right, that should. Yep, lights are on. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. We got error. I'm not even moving. It's a brick. Yep. I have no. Yeah. No, this is not going to happen. Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Can I do DPUs on this, or maybe I need to put them on the front end? Whatever. Or we can just cut loose the. I'll tie down everything, and then we'll just grab me the 0204, and I'll just pull those. Yeah. They're blocked by industry and by tags, so you just go to the end of the 204s and then split the train. Yeah. I can't even pull these up, and then the rest ones they just use a BNSF unit and bring them down. All right. I got handbrakes on all the cars, so you're gonna have to work all the cars up, taking the handbrakes off, including, yeah. I mean, I could release the handbrakes. Try that. There we go. Whoa. Oh, I've got to go. I had short hood lead, and it's telling me. There we go. We're pulling. Oh. Yeah, 1.3 horsepower per ton with just the 0204s. I don't know if I can control DPUs from this one, from these locomotives. What's that? MP15s. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah. Ooh, that's an ooh. Yeah. Well, you know what? There you go. That's not a bad idea. Let me bring this to a stop. I'll back in, reconnect, and let's get some man helpers on the end of this thing, and then we'll go ahead and bring the whole thing down to Empire. Um, well, a lot of people have been wanting GPs, so grab some GP40s. Yeah, anything BNSF actually. Just not the road power. Just not the road power. There'd be some units up here for Riverbank yard switchers. The yard is RBB for Riverbank, and then now this is Southwest, so I know actually I promised you some. I think it was you. I promised some Conrail action, and I did drop some Conrail locomotives into the AGS server for a couple of those. Yeah, but this little partnership came up this week, so and it's all this whole stream is about the Southwest Rail simulations server. I'm right here. I'm on the ground. Okay. All right. Yeah. What's that? Uh, all right. Gotcha. Met 8870. Yeah, I think. Let's see. Oh, he was joking. But all things, what's up, Nick? How you doing? So all things considered, though, really, albino, that you could theoretically take the Southern California map, and as configurable as Run8 is, say, okay, CSX just absorbed BNSF and Union Pacific, and make it a CSX map or make it a Norfolk Southern map. It's up to you. I mean, it's your. I mean, I always say it's your virtual model railroad. Do with it what you want to do. All right, we ready to push? Oh, okay, gotcha. Go ahead. Yeah, authority to couple, whatever the terminology is. Come on. There we go. P2P coupling event. Your train has been respawned. Huh? And yeah, yeah. And I think you have ownership. I just got kicked out of it. Okay, I've got it. Set as lead unit. All right. What's my 1 horsepower? So it's a heavy. I mean, it's not that long of a run. I think we can go with this. You got what? 2 units back there? Okay. 10,000 tons, 7,218 feet. Oh! Was there a switch that needed to be? Not sure if you are still working on the New York route. I've been running it crazy since that guy brought out that program to make locals. Now it is much more fun switching the main line than the locals. You know what? You're talking about the Mohawk and Selkirk, Nick? Yeah, actually, I have that server. It's still up. I have to admit, I've been playing around on the new AGS route that just came out. But and then this string of cars that I hooked up to, yes, that program you're talking about, I actually built this string of cars for the Met. I'm on the Southwest Rail Simulations server right now. Um, okay, gotcha. I gotta cheat, trying to get it to back up. I mean, worst case is if I have to, we can just copy it into the train maker upper and then respawn it. It's wanting to. Yeah, you might have to. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not doing it. Okay, yeah, I have a feeling. So, but yeah, no, you're right. But the thing about it, though, I don't know if you have access, Nick, to my Discord. You get and then ask for access to the NorCal. I mean, on the Mosel server, I have the operations guide from the depot on there, and it's very, very good. So, and that taught me a lot about CSX operations in that area. along with the tags and what does what. But yeah, that spawning program, that's the builder, train builder, very good. I mean, I do highly recommend it, especially if you're playing a lot of solo stuff, to build your own. All right, I got this. We're gonna go Control F1, copy my train. I could even put a fourth one on here if I'm thinking about it. All right, I got it copied. I'm gonna delete. There we go. All gone. Yeah, I'm just gonna spawn this right on the main. So I need to go here. Let's put all this back. Oops. Lock it. Unlock it. Okay, that one stays locked. All right. And we'll come up here. And we'll bring this back. And we'll do unreverse that one. Reverse that one. Freight locomotives. MP15 met. And that, and so I'm adding a fourth met to the mix. What's up, SP Bob? Happy New Year, SP Bob. Man, I've missed you. Welcome, welcome. Why are you looking at me that way? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. There we go. Okay. Everything's good? All right. Let's get this fired up. I forgot how good these are when they fire up. All right. So 1.1 horsepower per ton, so didn't get much of a boost. Let's go right. Okay, I'm actually making sure I'm in road. Okay. Lights on. Pulling. Brakes released. Got movement on the EOT. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you Nick, if you want to find my Discord, my NorCal server Discord server is in the link in the description. And then once there, just DM me and I'll get you the link for Mohawk and Selkirk server, which is now Mohawk Selkirk AGS. And I guess Pittsburgh is going to come back up again because it looks like, oh, what's going on? Why does this do this every time? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's weird. It seems like when I stream Run8, my chat goes away and then comes back. So, but yeah, anyway, go to the Mohawk Selkirk server, and I will get you into, if you want Mohawk Selkirk, if you want AGS, or if you want access to this Southwest server with Southwest Rail Simulations, we'll get you in over here as well too. So no checkout rides required. I want to make that statement here that there's no checkout rides required on any of these servers. Both the Lazy Farmer servers and the Southwest Rail Simulation servers, we're teaching servers. Our goal is to get you guys ready to go off to servers that require checkout rides like High Green, Mateo, or the Depot Plus. If you want to do the Depot Plus, very prototypical, hardcore And I'm not saying that to scare you guys, but they're just very serious about how they play. On notch 8. I'm going to bail off my independence. Not too bad. We're increasing in speed, so someday SP Bob will have Run 8 and he will join us. You've missed a lot of some of our operating sessions on NorCal. We got Roseville. In fact, Roseville server's been very active. Even with AGS coming out, Roseville's been very active. Oh, it's shimmering. I mean, I'm a little bit, not bad, but I got a little bit of motion here. All right, 33 miles an hour. We're doing good. Yeah, it's coming up. It's doing well. But we are downhill about almost 0.2%. Let's go ahead. I'll give myself a light onto the siding. Okay. So I'm going to be probably over here. I'll be bouncing back and forth. I got a 3-day weekend, like a lot of people. So I will be bouncing back and forth between this server and AGS and NorCal. There's lots to do. And we'll have a lot of, I mean, I'm especially up here in the Met area, try to get a lot of, get the industries loaded with some cars. Give you guys some work to do on your sheets. I'm probably going to emulate your sheets quite a bit for for AGS NorCal. I don't know. That's be my next poll. Is it better to do the work orders through Discord or do it through Google Sheets? I think in some ways Google Sheets is a little more easier to look at because it's just right there, all on one page. Set the light. Well, we got here quick. Yeah, passing Modesto, Amtrak, and those lights are for the crossing. But I think it's right around the corner. We'll be diverging off. Track HUD says 50 miles in like half a mile. 15 miles an hour and 2 miles, we're going to start ramping down. Coming off the notches. There's the sighting. Oof, came quicker than I expected. I knew it was right past the Modesto Amtrak. "35 miles an hour into the switch. I'm completely out of the notches. I'm just letting it roll. Yeah. What's up, NS1066? Welcome. I'm glad you're a new viewer. Thanks for being here. Multiplayer session on the Southwest maps, hosted by Southwest Rail Simulations. NS, do you have Run8? That's the question of the day. Copy. I'm about the bridge, just almost not even up to the switch going into the north yard yet, so oh, you're on a mobile? Okay. Well, if you're interested, I mean, this is just my humble opinion, and everybody else in this channel right now. Run8, the best railroad simulator out there. If you happen to purchase it, you can get it from Run8 Studios. I believe the link is in my description. I mean, honestly, my whole thing with my videos is to bring awareness to it, because when I went looking for a train simulator years ago, Run8 never came up in my searches. So my whole thing is to bring attention to it. Derail Valley? Derail Valley is not bad. I like Derail Valley. But as far as the maps, the realism of the maps and the realism of the physics of the trains, yeah, Run8 is pretty spot on. So the Southern California map, if I go through, let me get rid of that. This is just a dispatch screen. There's the Mojave. We come down. We can go down into Barstow Yermo. That's the Barstow Yard. If I go to Cajon, here's the Cajon area. This is West Colton Yard. It is the mileage on these maps is 1 for 1. 1 mile in the real world equals 1 mile in the simulator. If it takes you 5 hours to go from Bakersfield to Fresno in real life by train, it'll take you 5 hours in the simulator. Bean sniff. That's funny. All right, halfway through the north yard. I'm gonna run up. Yeah, I'm gonna do my Forrest Gump and run up to the. So if you're clear of that switch, because we're in the siding, I can actually bring this to a stop then, and then we can. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Well, I've never heard that before, but yeah, that's probably because I was never paying attention. But bean sniff. So Southwest map is BNSF and Union Pacific, or Onion Pacific. Um, and then so we just got the AGS map, which is in Alabama. So it's Birmingham to Tuscaloosa. Norfolk Southern. There's the Southeast map, which is the Fitzgerald sub, Waycross, Baldwin, and the A line. I run a server. It's Mohawk and Selkirk sub, CSX up in the Northeast. So there's a. Sorry, I was listening, could not respond back. I look at the server and see about getting on. Awesome. So you're clear. You're clear. Okay, but yeah, we're blocking. I think at this point here, I'm going to bring her to a stop. We'll be blocking a couple of crossings. Yeah, and I think what we're going to do is I'm going to we'll break it again into based upon the different yards and set them out in the tracks here in the Empire yard. All right. So, all right. Are you breaking it? Okay. I'm going to go check. I got the switches here going into Empire. 204 first. And I'm going to go, I think I need to flip this one. Let me go fly down. Actually, I can go in here, get back on the ground to flip. On a server, you got to be on the ground in order to flip switches. All right. All right, I'm back in the locomotive again. Good to pull? Oh, okay. It's trying. There we go. Okay. So, yes. Primarily Union Pacific, but there are heritage units. But there's also a enhancement Discord channel. So if you're looking for a specific livery, you could check that enhancement Discord and replace liveries on cars and locomotives to get what you're looking for. You cannot add new units, you can just replace, how they look. Nice. Send me a DM and I will get you the link over to Mohawk and Selkirk. I mean, Nick, which map are you looking to play on? Oh, I need to get on the ground and flip that switch. Oops. Was not paying attention. Alright, back in the engine. These two tracks I'm pulling into here, I'm going to use these for the 204. And then the other ones we're going to have to pull through and then back in to the tracks to my right. Okay, and then actually I'm going to do a countdowner. I'm way past. You might no, I'm good. Because that'll give me an idea of where. Oh, I'm not in my Discord right now. I'm actually in the Discord for Southwest Rail Simulations. So, but that's what I'm saying. If you want to come over here, if you've got Run8 and you want to join us on the server, join my Discord, and then you can join. I'll give you the link to my Mohawk and Selkirk Discord channel, which is where all the other my Lazy Farmer Discord is primarily for NorCal, and it's just the way it's like that because of the way the password bot is set up. Whoa, I don't want to do that. Where'd I go? This is what happens when you hit the wrong button. Flip that switch. Flip that one. And I will flip these two so that way if I need head end, it'll go into the actual Met and not back onto the BNSF tracks. There we go. I got it. That's what I was in fly mode and all right. Let me know when I'm clear. I can stop. I got about 400 feet. I'm good. Oh, okay. I was gonna say according to this, I start where I started the countdown. 2, 1. Copy. That'll do. Still, I started the countdown timer a little bit on the late side, but that's okay. All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to come over here. I got some new people. Let's see. Nick, is that you, Conrail? Okay. Yes. So those two tracks will be all 204. Because then effectively when I'm ready to work, I'll pull them out and I'll be going this way to go from the Empire Yard all the way over to the far side, which is where the Riverside Yard is. One car. Half. That'll do. Coming back. Oh, okay. Yeah. Where's I have my map. So we should be going into. This should be going into track 3. Oh, that's all right, Nick. I have trouble too, and I've been using it for years. Oops, a little fast. Yard speed's always 10 miles an hour. Okay. Yeah, because that the other one is technically it's considered track one, and then the other side of it is there's a. If I'm looking at I'm looking at Riverbank. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. Yeah, I'm in. I'm just bringing it to a stop. And then let's get Nick in here, and yeah, I'm clear of the switches. So, all right. Hold it with some independent brake. So I need, actually, you know what? I was looking at, my bad. I was looking at Riverbank, not Empire. So now I gotta go find the maps. So the maps are on Depot. Here's a Fresno sub, and I'm looking. They're on the Depot server. So I keep them printed out, guys. Or you can have them up on another. In this situation, it would be nice if I had them up on the actual thing. That's the Fresno yard, and I'm looking for the Mets. Okay. Slack coming. Oops. That'll do. Okay. Gotcha. Let me get you over there. I'm going to pull forward here. All right, give me just a minute here. Work free. Okay. Stop this. I'm looking for what happened to. Okay, I don't know what I did with it. I gotta find the Met map. So I gotta go through this entire binder and sort it. I just need to sort it. Okay. All right. So we did make it. Let me go on the free fly here, and so we've got this. We're off the main. This is the main here, but we need to get these cars into the yard. We're going to sort those out. They're actually already pre-sorted by local number and then by industry. So Met is the Modesto and Empire Traction. 0406 is the local number, and then of course you have Star and all that. That's the industry on these tags, and so this is the Empire yard. We'll be working these cars into here, and then from here they're going to go over. So Star, like that one industry, is right there. We can bring up industry tags so you can see where the industries are. But we fly over, we're going to be bringing cars over into, this is the McClure yard here. And then over in here, I always go flying past it. If I can find it. Give me a minute. Where are we? This is, okay, Ernest and Julio Gallo Wine up in the Modesto area. And somewhere right in here is, these three tracks right in here. This is where, well, that's Riverside. So, I'm sorry, that's Riverside. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to load up all these industries with cars, get these industries starting, turning, making deliveries, all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead. Normally my streams are only 2 hours long. I'm pushing 2 hours and 43 minutes today. But this was to actually showcase Southwest rail simulations. And what I am going to do here is I'm going to mute myself in Discord. There we go. As I bring my stream down to a close. Next Saturday or Sunday, depending on whether I have to work, will be the next Run8 stream. Fridays are my Farm Sim Friday days. And then I'm looking at Monday, starting Monday, early in the morning. It is a holiday, so it'll be Monday afternoon, or, well, this coming Monday would be Monday morning. But then on Monday afternoon will be Railroader. Actually, I'm going to start a brand new map, starting from the tutorials, going through that, and playing completely vanilla. And there's a reason behind that. which I will discuss when I do that stream. So anyway, for everybody that's joined us here, please come and hang out. And if when you get the base game, if you don't have Run8, you can play on Southwest Rail Simulation server. Highly recommend. These guys are very relaxed. I mean, it looks daunting with their Google Sheets, but it's really not that bad. It's really easy to use. They're very friendly, very helpful, and just like my servers, they're a teaching server. There's no checkout ride. Um, just come on and help out. Really is what they need. They need a lot of help. Same thing on my servers, Mohawk and Selkirk. We can use some help over there. The AGS, it seems like everybody's over there, but I think that's because it's new. Relinquish my train because Devin's down there. I just saw him walking around, so he can actually take the train if he needs to. What else? We got NorCal, which is on the Lazy Farmer Discord server. When you join that, you automatically get access to that. You just need to have the base game and the Roseville DLC. For Mohawk and Selkirk, or Mosel, you just need the base game and the DLCs for Selkirk and Mohawk. And honestly, there's enough on there you can just get by with just Selkirk. Selkirk's got a lot of things you can do there. Let's see, what else? AGS is by itself. Phase 1 just dropped. Phase 2 is coming. Just don't know when. And then there is, well, it looks like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's at 50% on this poll. 25% to Southeast, and then 25% to stay with what I have. So when I get done with my stream, I'm going to walk over and fire up the Pittsburgh server again, and access to that server is already listed on the TLF Mosel Discord. Anyway, for everybody that's part here, that's been in the stream, for everybody that's been in my Discord, thank you for showing up, thank you for hanging out, thank you for chatting. And if you like the content, hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you know when I go live. Thumbs up would be great too. It helps the analytics. And of course, share it. I want to help people become aware of everything that you can do with Run8. It is extremely configurable. You'll enjoy it. I guarantee it. So anyway, thanks for hanging out. This is Kurt H. I'm the Lazy Farmer. Have a great day.